What do we want?
Utilities!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Utilities!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Utilities!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Utilities!
When do we want it?
Now! Utilities!
When do we want it?
Now!
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Say what? No lights,
No peace,
no utilities,
no peace.
That's right, state people can't be touched, that's right, I forgot about that. Are you talking about? State people can't be touched,
Yeah,
that's right.
You know them?
That's right.
here's Calvin.
Please just don't block the stairwell or an exit for somebody to get out of the building. That's all I ask.
Do you know if Thomas Ahern's on his way to come speak to us?
Mr. Ahern is out of the building right now.
Well, why you in that
That's
building?
funny, because we were told that he was coming.
They told us something else.
So that's why we're here, we're waiting.
You must have got out to the roof, because we've been here a long time.
He didn't come out this way.
You must have got out to the roof, because we've been standing here waiting.
He left for a
Knock
meeting
out.
at around 11 o'clock, sir.
We've been
Get
there
out of
since
here.
10:30.
When's he due back?
10:30 we've been
We're
here.
not accepting, we want the next person.
We need answer right now. So
We want him now.
We can have the clerk, I believe your letter was addressed to the commission. The rule applies to the commission. So we can have the clerk come out and accept, you have a letter?
Yes, we do.
Do we have anyone else that can answer for the commission? Because we want to discuss this today.
I'll let you bring that up to the commission. Mr. Ahern works with the division side of the agency. You know that there's two separate agencies. There's the division and then there's the commission.
One of the points of the letter has to do with
What's that?
I had 5 people speaking.
Who do you work for?
I work for the Division of Public Utilities and Carriers.
Well, part of this loophole that we're trying to address is the fact that the division is allowing National Grid to shut off people, including people that are here right now, that have medical conditions. So it is applicable to the division, and if somebody can come out and address the scope of investigation that is made. None of these doctors were conferred with, despite the fact that some of them represent and are caretakers of people that we care about. And there's supposed to be an investigation. There are many things the division are directly responsible for that really are the cause of this, why we've sent this letter. So we would appreciate if you can get on the phone with the commission, if you want to help them come out.
I'll have them call the
We'd like to
commission. She
speak
can
to
accept your letter.
Jim Lanny, if you'd like him to come down, but the commission also, this problem, we know there's 2 separate agencies at work here.
Right.
But unfortunately, at this point, they're both at cause for this dilemma that's gone on for years. And luckily, it's finally come to a point where the public is paying more attention, and we need a resolution to this. So
You can't be brushed aside anymore, you can't just blow this over, you can't just push it aside anymore.
We don't want to leave this on the desk.
Well, you know that the matter has been referred to the court system. The Wiley Center has addressed that.
no, that's it. The Rhode Island Center for Justice, the George Wiley Center, isn't a plaintiff in that case. So we can certainly have a discussion about these issues. There's no legal issues in this that we're asking for. We're not, part of that suit. So, that's a different issue. We want a direct response to these demands that have been already expressed. If you can get on the phone to the commission, and if Jim Lanny would like to come down and explain to people here that have been directly affected and hurt by it, and disrespected, to be honest. And this continual disrespect is just, it's unacceptable.
It's inhuman.
You know?
have someone from the
commission.
All right, I'll ask the woman to accept your letter. I don't know that she's going to speak on behalf of the agency.
If this is a room full of National Grid executives, they all come out.
What's
If
that?
this is a room full of National Grid executives, everybody in this building will come out and talk.
Exactly.
But why don't they can't come out and talk to the people who's like actually run this commission, who pays your salary?
I mean,
This National Grid executives, they would all come out, and you know
The
that.
taxpayers pay my salary.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So they should come out now. They're not paying attention to what the corporate
Taxpayers pay
corporations
your
want.
salary, you're right.
Right.
Consumers pay your salary, period.
Oh, okay.
But the actual one that we
Because
want to
unless you
hand to
have,
But we've got
So,
your signature.
are you implying We, I don't pay taxes. Are you implying that I don't pay taxes, that I'm not a taxpayer? Is that what you just implied to everybody here?
And no, he did not say that to me. I done worked over 20 years for the man.
I'm just asking, because the way you just said that, the taxpayers pay my salary, so you just,
That's what you just said.
just said, like, well, the taxpayers, so what is, what are we
I
here?
hope we got that on.
He asked me that, I said,
I hope you put it on tape.
I work for the taxpayers.
Okay.
We
And that's-
And who are we?
That's all in this room.
Yeah.
And all the people who come even before you even say something, you should know the type of person that I am, that I've been in public service my entire life. I've always advocated.
Okay,
for
and this
what
is
was
not
right.
important enough to
And now?
Great.
What about now?
This
We
isn't
need your help
important
right
enough.
now.
We need your help, we need your
I
assistance.
never read the letter, sir.
Be on the side of the
This
taxpayer.
is-
Valuable
That I
background.
have a heart condition, the fact that you turned off my electricity knowing that my heart stops 100 times per minute, that's legal for you to do?
I'd have to research a case and to give you an answer on why or whatever decision was rendered.
It's not
I
a
don't
reason,
have
it's
your-
not a human reason.
James,
There is no
in
reason.
public utilities, and National Grid has had a certified letter that hasn't even been sent back to me this year, but I sent a certified letter every year to National Grid. I haven't received that certified written letter that my doctor has sent to National Grid in the past couple of months. Now, I sent it certified. Nobody's signed for it, sent that mail back, nothing in 2 months. Now, my doctor has written letters every single year like National Grid requires me to. Now, if I'm medically protected,
Yeah.
okay? If my life do I have to be a statistic in order for you to do something?
Well, I would hope not, sir.
Do you think this is an
Thank
issue?
you.
Do you
So
think
you
this is a
guys must
problem?
be
Or do you
all
think
gonna
it's
end up
okay?
with
It's gonna get us
Do you think it's okay the way it is now? Do
Serve
you
the
think it's
public.
okay?
You should have fixed this years ago.
He just
This
said
is a
that
major
he is
issue.
a
You
public
think it's
servant.
okay?
Don't serve the
If you're a public
profit-making
servant-
company, National Grid, serve the public.
Yeah, but let's throw us out.
Yeah, we're running high.
Why you what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
What?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
That's right.
That's
Ain't
right.
no power like the power of the people.
The power of the people don't stop.
Go in.
We're gonna get some more people.
I was wondering.
What do we want?
So,
Justice.
Utilities,
When do we want it?
now.
What do we want?
Utilities,
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Utilities.
When do we want it?
Now.
Stick your butt in there.
Did anybody catch that gentleman's name? Because he did say he was a public servant, and
He
he has
has said he
said,
was a public servant.
that was his quote, and he
I
said,
should have,
did anybody catch his name?
he said his name once when he was up there.
I should have, somebody.
Did you happen to get that on?
I
have it on tape, but I can't go back to look at it right now.
Because if he is a public servant, then he should understand people with medical
So
conditions.
this is the lawyer for the division
Should
coming
not
out.
be
The
terminated.
division's lawyer is there in the lobby.
Should we identify a speaker?
So who are you?
I think
That
you
fellow that I-
Well, there's
One
Steve,
person.
he's coming out, he's a lawyer.
One person.
Yes, here's the letter. It's got a no, you can use on the back.
Great, great. Well, I don't know, you wanna take that in, and you date stamp that, right? Oh, I'm sorry.
Do we have a conversation?
Is that the letter that?
Hi, I will date stamp this here, and we'll give you a copy for your records. What I'll do is I will circulate this to the commissioners and any other appropriate party that might be interested. And I will let you know what happens after that.
When can we expect
Why
an
can't you
answer?
get an answer? And don't give
Why
it a
can't we
time
discuss it now?
limit before the week is out.
Are you gonna have a
By
meeting?
Friday.
Why can't we discuss this now?
Now, yeah.
Well, guys
If
can
this
really
requires
help.
any action, the commission will take this up at an open meeting. And if there's going to be an open meeting, we will notify Mr. Rivera to here.
If, it's like the biggest word, biggest
Yeah.
biggest word in the English
If.
dictionary. You know that as well as I do.
Can you promise us a meeting where we can be heard?
We've been asking for answers and questions to these questions for a long time.
We'd like a promise that you're gonna have a meeting where we could hear, where we
Open
I can't
meeting.
promise.
Open meeting.
We're
that
tired
we
of the
can talk.
politics. Stop giving us the
You guys are public
yes.
servants.
Just give us an
The
answer.
commission has to talk the commission cannot talk to one another. They have to be in public at an open meeting to discuss a matter that's before them.
Where are the members of the
Well, what
commission?
can, so,
Where are the members of the commission now?
they're not upstairs right now. We just watched them come in from lunch, so why can't we go up and have a meeting with them now?
I can't.
You guys are their lawyers, right?
No,
Who are you then?
I'm the commission clerk.
You?
So are they here? They're here?
I work for the
All
division.
of them are here.
What?
Not all of them.
Are most of them here?
Educational thing.
So this is, you guys are just Ponce and James Laney and Thomas A. Hearn's little game here?
Can you meet with
Right.
3 or 4 of us?
No disrespect.
You're not leaving
No
until you get some
disrespect.
answers today.
Or a group of us?
We can be banging
You got
and go in
thousands
the
of people
door.
with their electric shut off. You got a guy here shut off that has lung disease and pulmonary, he has lung cancer, he has kidney failure and lung disease, and has type 2 diabetes, and has to use a cooler to keep his medicated, has a medically written document from his doctor saying he needs his electric on, and you have him shut off for a month going into the winter months, and not gonna allow him to have his electricity on.
These are life and death
You don't
issues.
find
We
that,
don't
you
want
don't
this
find
sitting
that
on a
human
desk.
life is more important than electricity? Your money is worth more than electricity?
You're living in the castle, you don't
In each
care.
case.
No, it's not, what it comes down
We
to is
relied
money.
on
What
the
it comes
Utilities
down to is
Commission to
money.
support us
You guys made $20
against the
million
electric
off of you guys made $20 million last year.
Oh my God.
$20 million.
Are you kidding?
And you're gonna shut off people that can't afford it? You can't work with the people of Rhode Island? You can't work with people that can't afford it?
Let me ask you about his case. Has he
This is
had-
the same as mine.
Right,
One of
has he had a
thousands.
hearing, and what I'm getting at is,
No hearing.
Your hearings, Carlos, Andre, James Lane,
Let
is
him
a
talk.
joke.
I want to hear what he's saying.
They're a joke.
Alex,
it
let's
doesn't
speak.
make any sense.
We're here.
Come down here, because if you
They're
have
up.
individual cases,
We have cases right here.
right, so I mean, there have been,
Well, I understand his case has been adjudicated, and I can't speak for you, but I certainly
I just received the letter and my power was shut off yesterday. I did not,
Same
there was
thing.
no
They send you the
meeting.
letter the day after it gets shut
conference.
off.
Investigation. He also.
Here, we don't want to look at it case by
You
case
save
basis.
people in
We
that
want to
station
look at it
fire.
at a policy
You save
level
people's lives
because
in that
that's what
station
impacts
fire, and
health.
you guys got this guy's sun power shut off.
right, and I think that's why I think there are two issues here. There's your case, that's that gentleman's case.
Oh, this is thousands.
And
It's
then
thousands.
it's thousands. So
These
we
are
got the
thousands of
immediate.
people who have severe medical conditions, and it's not, it's not case by case. It's thousands of people who are facing this, people who can't get here, people who are severely ill, who need to have power.
Right, and I'm not disagreeing with this.
So, I mean,
The broader
we're
issue, but
talking
there are
about
also
case by
the
case.
individual, there's
Now,
also
I
the
know what
individual.
you-
All right, here's
do
the
that.
individual
And that's
right
right.
here, smack in front of you. What are you gonna do about it?
Again,
What
walking
policy
customer.
change can solve all of the individual cases? That's what's the issue.
I always thought the Utilities Commission was here to protect us from the electric
And
company.
you guys act like you're working for National Grid.
You willing to take him today to process his complaint?
We'll take a look if he's been turned off, sure, but it's very difficult to answer 20 different people in a hallway.
Or he was talking about thousands of
We're talking about thousands.
Policy that's
Yeah,
based on.
everyone,
Right now.
I'm talking, yeah, we're talking.
We're willing to do one at a time. We'll do it one at a time and go in.
You want to speak with him?
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah, we'll take down your information to find out why you were shut off. Do you know why you were shut off, sir?
Yes.
Is it
That's
confidential?
not why we're here. We're not
Oh, yes,
here.
I know.
We're
We want both. We want the
we're not-
individual
no,
case
we're also
addressed
here.
and
Right, I
the
have.
grants policy.
We're happy that you're taking him in and want to listen to him, but we're not here for just him. We're here for everybody.
Everyone with a medical.
And I understand why you were here today,
People who are
and I
like in
understand,
hospitals now
I
because,
understand that you're trying to deliver a message, but there is, this is a government agency, and there is a commission that follows the federal rules and regulations.
But they don't
They need
follow.
to modify
And in order,
that's 30
in order
years
to
old.
accomplish your goal,
They need to
it
modify
will
and
require
change it and
a meeting,
that's
a
30 years
hearing,
old.
an open meeting. I can assure you of one thing today. I or Mr. Kogut do not have the power in this hallway to grant you probably what you are seeking today. That is through a rulemaking process, that is in front of dialogue in front of the commissioners, that is a scheduled event. I wish that I could offer you an immediate solution today, but unfortunately, I do not have the power because there are prescribed rules and regulations that have full effect of law.
So how can
When
he
is
not
the
ask
next
for a hearing with you?
When is the
How can we ask for a meeting with you?
Can we schedule the meeting?
How can we schedule a meeting with you?
What's your name?
So you can schedule a meeting with us.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Mr. Koga
today?
can work on that. Mr. Koga can work on setting up a meeting certainly with us.
Do you
today.
agree this is an issue? Do you agree it's a problem?
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't an
So you
issue.
agree it's a problem?
Absolutely. I agree that it is an issue.
You got that on
That is
record,
very
right?
important to each and every person that's here. But it's difficult to answer 20 people that have concerns.
That's why we need to change the whole policy,
So-
not
But
case
But
by case.
I can tell you that we do not have the authority in this hallway today to do that. There is a process that has to be
Can you
followed.
copy the back of it, because it's got all the signatures on the back?
What was your name, sir?
My name is Kevin Lynch.
You
Kevin
have
Lynch.
copies of the back to distribute to people?
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
I have the original.
Why do we ask our doctors
We
to
want to make
fill
sure
out
that
medical
everyone sees all the
requirements
signs.
if the PUC and the National Grid doesn't allow us to make a reasonable payment on our bill? And why do we ask our doctors to fill out paperwork when they're not being honored? That's all I want to know.
And that's all National Grid required of us.
I'll be honest with you, it's an interpretation of what is written in the commission. Like I told you, there's two separate entities that are in this building. There's the Division of Public Utilities and Carriers and the Public Utilities Commission. The division carries out the commission's rules and regulations, okay? So, and it's an interpretation of what is written in that body of those particular rules and regulations that you people are all seeking to change. And I'm telling you that the process to do that is to do a filing with the commission clerk and ask for that to be discussed in an open docket and for you to address those particular concerns by the three commissioners. In essence, they serve as utility judges, the three of them independently sit up there as a panel and have the full effect of law
And that's
to
what we
change
would
or
like
to
to
modify those. I understand you all have issues, concerns. I'm not saying that they're important to everyone, because they're important to you.
And
And when
In
you
the
said you
meantime,
made-
why
you
does
work
the
for the
division
taxpayers,
follow the rules that
absolutely I do,
exist
sir.
that say they
I'm
should
a proud
restore
public
power when
servant,
there's a threat to
and I
health?
serve all of the
It says
public
that it
equally
rules
and fairly.
fairly.
I'm very proud of my
They don't-
accomplishments
they
in
don't
public
care.
service. I'm an honest, ethical
It's in
person.
the rules now.
And if you have a concern today, an emergency concern, we will be more than glad to have someone come in and to look at it.
What about in the existing rules, how it says the division currently in the existing rules has the power to restore people, individuals, when there's a threat to health? It says that in the
That it does,
rules.
you are correct.
So
James
why don't they
Lane.
do that? We petition them to restore people and they decide what, are they doctors? Did they decide there's no threat to health?
James
Because that's
Lanning
what they
laughed at my
routinely do.
face.
He laughed at
Well,
him.
that's unacceptable.
He laughed at me.
I've worked with Mr. Lanning for 7 years, and I honestly can tell you, I've
I
never seen
even
him
went to
laugh.
Superior Court and had Judge Stone call him and said, I'm not touchable. I can't be touched. I work for the state, and laughed at me. He didn't care about my medical conditions.
That's disgusting.
And here are some solutions by doctors.
I understand that.
Solutions by doctors that are practical,
I am.
so that it supports what you do, and you can do it and do something
I understand that you're
wonderful.
looking for a change in, if I could
And
speak for you, you're looking for
follow
changes
So,
in
like-
the interpretation and the current way that the rules are interpreted by the
No,
division.
just practical.
And that is done, through a process. Unfortunately,
But
today you started that
The
process.
process should include the wisdom of public health officials in this state,
Doctors.
because this is where power and
Sorry
health
about that, sir.
intersect, so you need the input from health
I understand
professionals.
Well, what would
They have
somebody
some
do in the case
solutions
where they
that
didn't
will
have
help you.
gas or electric with the winter? It was 20 degrees the other day. Yes. People were cold, you have a space heater. My neighbor's house caught on fire. Like, is that what's supposed to happen?
Happens
Like,
every
somebody-
year.
This guy right here.
Or can we
that
call and
happens-
say, my doctor filled out a paperwork and it's on file, can you please turn me back on and we can work out some kind of reasonable pay arrangement? Is that a possibility for the thousands of people that have medically been terminated? Is that something for you to answer? I'm not sure if you can or not.
All I can be honest and tell you is that the division enforces the policies and procedures, and rules and regulations that exist in the current commission rules. And that is our duty and our charge.
What about the emergency?
Now, whether or not that,
That exists now.
that meets your requirements, obviously it does not, that your service was cut off. I don't like to discuss people's personal reasons why
No,
the
I
service was
understand
cut
that.
off, because it could be confidential
It's a-
medical
Yes.
or financial reasons, but generally, those are the two areas that we deal with on the vast majority of time.
Medical and financial.
And those are the issues that we see countless times. I'm not here to judge, I
No, I
can tell you
understand that.
what causes a lot of the
Well, like I
the
said
hearings.
earlier, it's not just lower income people, it's middle income people, it's all people that have been medically, that have a medical note from their physician stating that they need these services and
I
that
understand
you
that.
should be worked with.
I was
It's not
raised in a
just,
single-parent home, and my mother struggled every day to
so
provide
you know
for us as children.
exactly.
So I know exactly the struggles that people go through.
And this guy here that has no power, we're coming into winter. I understand, I just found out that he can't have his electricity on. He can't have his electricity on unless, what has to take place in order for this guy to have electricity on?
It's difficult for me to answer because I'm not aware of what all of those issues are.
Would you like the letter?
What steps the agency has
Would you like
taken.
his letter? You can, you're a public servant, right? There you go. You can read his.
Thank you, that was, that's
Sure, if you
good.
want to,
That's a start.
and you want to sit down and we can have some.
Well, I was told by the electric company that I'd be having a hearing with the Utilities Commission here.
Okay.
Before they shut my power off, there was no meeting, no hearing.
Well, get you an answer.
Okay.
But that's commonplace. That's why we're here.
And you get the letter after they shut you off,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
before.
sometimes people are getting the letters after the power shut off.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
that
Well, that's
happens to
something
me.
that we look at, to make sure
It
that the
sounds to me like
utility.
interpretation of rules and regulations is something that can be changed, and we want to be a part of that change process.
Should they be fined for that consistent behavior?
also a question of
If he makes a complaint relative to us, the utility not notifying him that his service was going to be
Written in the
terminated,
rules.
yes, we would take his yes, we would investigate that. Yes, we would provide him
Has
with
the power
funds.
to restore
All of those
anyone
answers.
who has
They
a
say
threat to
no.
health. They have the
So
power to
That's
do it
good.
currently.
That's what we thought
I
was
just got a
in
letter.
place, but it's
And I
not
just did it.
being implemented. It's
Eager to
not.
have that hearing, right?
A date.
Yeah, is it that complicated? I mean, the two divisions, they talk to each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're an indispensable party in all of their
So they
documents.
don't
I mean, we
black
want,
out.
the division has the power to, this interpretation isn't an abstraction. There are people here that provide this misguided interpretation, and you have it within your legal ability to change the way you issue terminations, permission to the National Grid to shut off.
Yes,
You have it. We don't want to just go this down the road to a docket and the commission. You have that ability, so as public servant, we're going to use to change something. Did you have that power already? We don't have to go
But
to
there is a
the
provision that addresses seriously handicapped people specifically, so that particular nuance may be interpreted on an individual basis because it does not fit the area of the rules already covered.
I would say the amount of times that National Grid petitions you to shut someone off medical protection, what percentage of the time would you say you let National Grid shut someone off?
I was assigned 16.
If it's reached a point where they have submitted all of the information, the documentation, I would have to say there's a high majority on that. I would have to say yes. I don't have data and statistics in front of me. I'm going off my personal knowledge, but I bet I'd be correct. If you made a data request, yes, they would provide
We
it.
have
An appointment.
made a request.
This organization, to my knowledge, has not refused one data request based on any type of information. They can't give specific names and what medical reasons are for, but if you're looking for raw data, I'm not aware, I would personally know that if this organization denied a record request, and I know that they have not.
So there are people who fall under the protective status, medical conditions, a child under 2, I mean, I don't know what a child
A
is.
child under 2, that's a statutory provision. That is
So,
not illegal.
okay, so,
Under 2, they cannot determine.
but there are these people now that have submitted this documentation, and they still get shut off. Now, who gives them the permission to do that?
That would have to fall under the administrator of the Division of Public Utilities.
Okay, so if they have documentation that is in compliance with the rules,
Yes.
why are they being shut up? Why are they
Because the-
giving them that
The
permission?
rules do speak to the fact that after a person's been duly notified, that they can't be terminated, so the rules do speak to that.
But if they are,
That needs to change.
then that is wrong. If a person is in,
I understand.
okay, so all of these things,
And I also understand you're here for a change in that particular process. And that's what and I'm trying to give you folks the best information that I can.
people who also state, they submit this documentation, they say, oh, okay, they tell them what what is supposed to be submitted, they submit it, and they still get shut up. I mean, it's still not, it still keeps happening in spite of the fact that there are these rules. And
It sounds like you're not in compliance with your own rules.
Yeah.
You know, I can honestly tell you, you know, I don't want to speak for the legal department here. You're all looking for an answer or an interpretation. I am confident that the agency adheres to the rules when it has to do with seriously ill and handicapped people. It has been reviewed by the internal legal department, and you may not like the way the rules are written. You may not like the tenets of the body of the rules, and that's what you are all probably here seeking to change for. But the rules are clear.
We want the existing
and
rules
the
to
commission
be
does follow
in
these
place.
commission rules.
so there are certain changes that need to be made, but there also needs to be actual compliance with the rules that are there. Because the rules that are there are not being complied with.
That's right.
So those are the things, so there's two things, there needs to be some changes, and there also needs to be actual compliance right now with the rules that are in place.
Well, I would say that, to answer your question, I would say that the Division of Public Utilities does fall into compliance with the rules that are described by the commission.
Even when they investigate?
I would
Now,
say that
the
most
first
of
part
us
of your
here
argument
have
is
to.
you want change,
with that.
and I can understand that you want change.
Well, that's one part of it, but the other part is actual compliance with the rules that are in effect. Because you see these people here, well, we are all here because we know that that's not true. They are not in compliance. The other thing is that there are many other people out there that are not here that know that you are not in compliance. So that's part of the problem.
You've got the former director of the Department of Health signed on
I
that letter.
understand that. And I can tell you, there's not one person that works in this
agency.
agency that walks through the door that makes a conscious effort to violate the rules and regulations amongst the people that they live
Well,
in.
then,
Well, no, they just,
I do not enter that doorway and consciously make an effort, or nor does Mr. Laney make an effort to go through the doorway
but
to violate the rules and regulations.
But there is.
Consciously or unconsciously?
There is just the, you know, we can get around this rule. It's just that, and so, we're just basically asking for compliance with the rules that are there, and we need to also have some changes, which people would like to have a part of, making those changes.
But
That's the only way.
There's a ratepayers advisory board that a lot of you attend. I mean, that's part of where you can, that's
That-
a proper forum for it.
These are suggestions by
We have a
doctors.
advisory board meeting, I don't even.
I ain't
There
never
is-
heard
there
of
is-
it.
They meet
No.
only once a month.
I ain't never seen
When's the last rate pay advisory board meeting?
6 weeks.
10 days ago, maybe?
About 2 weeks ago.
Is the open meeting?
But you have representatives, that's a good place to bring any issues up. That's ongoing.
I didn't even know. We were
You can say you can schedule a meeting with us today, right?
This gentleman has an emergency concern, and I want to see if we can adhere to
I think
that.
everybody has an emergency concern.
Some of the people here would like to.
All right, we'll take one at a time. You come forward, we'll take one at a time.
Okay, and everybody else, make sure you stay to address your individual concern.
Can they schedule a hearing for not the rate paying, but for the implementation of these health issues?
That's what is going to be done through the commission clerk. I would hope that there would be a spokesperson for you. That he could speak with the commission clerk and follow up on
Luke
these.
has my contact, so we'll contact everybody, but really, I mean, this is a pressing concern. We know the moratorium's coming up, and we want to have a dialogue.
Schedule it today
Could
for
we
him
have your
so he
card?
can.
Sure, I
We
can.
have your card.
We have Lily's card?
We have Lily's
Oh,
card.
you have.
All of our information is online, but if you want a specific card.
I want a specific card that I
Mr. Colvin, do you have a card that you
in my
can give them?
index.
Sure.
In my index.
Real, this is not why we're here. This
This ain't what we do.
This
It's for everyone.
is not why we're here, though. This is, we're getting brushed
I
out.
should've brought
I mean,
my-
I
my
respect what
machine.
he's saying, and they're trying to keep this as civil as possible, you know, but this is not why we're here, though. We're about to walk out the door with nothing. We're about to walk out the door with no meeting, no date, no nothing.
That's why I say give them till Friday.
Right?
Deadline Friday. You gotta give them a deadline.
So can't we make a change to
Friday.
So
we're gonna have Friday, we back down in there.
If you want to stick around, we can
Gotta
have
have a
a Rachel
deadline.
call and dispute the
I don't
National Grid with you, and we can get you an answer.
This is just political, like my family's been in the political life my entire life. From Claiborne Pell sitting at my dinner table to Jack Reed to everybody.
Well, I'm from New York.
This is just
I'm
more
grand-
political, like the rush off. This is just this is just to appease us enough to get us out the door so that you all go.
They didn't do that to us. I done got locked up by the city.
Whatever happens, it's not gonna go away. I mean, we've been doing this for 30 years. We're not gonna
When's the
go away.
next advisory committee?
It's
I live in
not
Watson.
Friday
I
and
live in
Monday.
Exactly.
Friday at 9 a.m.
Yeah, but these are within the. Alan, should we all commit to coming to the October 30th meeting?
All right, I was gonna say 74, I was adding a few.
October 30th, 9 a.m. right here.
Hey, excuse me, is there John Cavalier here?
Right here.
Cause Mr. Elmer said he's getting tired and he needs to get on.
I gotta go on this.
Okay, thank you.
Good to see you, John.
Because we're coming from all over the city.
That's a one-year moratorium.
Thank you.
Are you at cards?
This is just a minute. Get it off.
We had a day, it was 29 degrees. We have a specific day. So now we're talking November.
My daughter.
It's off right now.
Let's talk.